everybody, my name's Rosie and welcome to my channel. How are you all? I hope you're all doing really well. So I have got my first ever Too Good To Go box and I'm pretty impressed. I mean, I haven't gone through it, but it's a box and it's open and I can see. So I actually got this from a local, well, it's not that local, it's like 15-minute drive from me, but it was a farm shop. So on my Too Good To Go app, usually the shops that are available on there that are giving stuff away is usually just Toby Carvery. So I live near a Toby Carvery and they are usually doing Too Good To Go thingies. But I've just never really wanted one from there, and I always miss out on the Greggs ones, I always miss out on the Pret ones, and the Costa and Starbucks ones, although I've got both near me, they're never available on the ones near me. Same with like your Co-ops and stuff. And your Morrisons, like it's always ones that are like miles away from me and not actually my local ones. But I've never seen this farm shop before, I've never been there. And I saw it on my Too Good To Go app this morning, because I do like to look on there every now and then. And they had one left and it was £5, and I thought, well, farm shop, let's try it. So I'm really glad I did, because it helps out. It was a really small business. Oh my god, it was absolutely adorable. It was just a tiny little like tea shop, so they do like afternoon tea there as well, really in the countryside, really cute. So you know, it saves it all going to waste. But I thought we'd go through what's in here together. If you are new here, I do have two little pugs. Peggy is currently licking my ankle, Lola will be floating around somewhere, but yeah, let's get going. Loads of veggies, can you see? Loads of fresh veggies. So I thought, depending on what we've got in here, I might make a vegetable soup, and if you want, you can hang around with me and we'll have a little bit of a catch up. But first of all, let's just get into this. So we have a punnet of fresh tomatoes. These have got a sticker on of £1.75, and don't forget guys, I paid £5 for this whole thingy. We got a parsnip, I love parsnip. We've got an onion, a white onion. We got a little orange, cute. We got potato. Oh, we have another parsnip, another onion, some more potatoes. We've got mushrooms, which is annoying. If I'd seen that, I would have left them there because I don't like mushrooms, but my housemate does, so she can have those. More potatoes. So yeah, a punnet of mushrooms. She can have them. We got some carrots. So just lots of fresh goodies, but obviously these are all from a farm shop, so nicer than just from your supermarket. Got a red pepper, nice big red pepper. We've got a big broccoli. I absolutely love broccoli. And we got this turnip. I think I like turnip, or is that a swede? It's a turnip, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, we got this big French stick, be perfect for dipping into the soup. And we got this loaf, fresh bread. It's organic fresh bread, so it's a country choice. I'm not sure what kind of bread it is. Also, it looks like a brown loaf. Very nice. More fruit and potatoes. Another parsnip. We have a Nature Valley Crunch Oat and Dark Chocolate Bar. Got another red pepper. A couple more potatoes. And some bigger tomatoes. So much veg here. Then we got a box of sage and onion stuffing. I can't see a date on it. Oh, here we go, March 23, so yeah, it needs to be eaten this month, that's fine. Then we got this big Innocence apple juice. I love an apple juice. And we got some little cakes, I think. Oh yeah, so, oh, it smells so good. We got a cherry Bakewell slice, like cherry and almond cake. We got, oh, 2 little homemade flapjacks. Yum yum. Then we've got some carrot cake. Love carrot cake. She did ask me if I wanted ginger cake or carrot cake. I said carrot. So I'm not sure she's given me 2 bits of carrot cake, I think. Yeah, 2 bits of carrot cake. So that's everything for a £5. I really don't think that's that bad. So I think we're going to make something. We'll make some sort of like chunky vegetable soup, I think, if you want to hang around for me with that. So I'm just going to put these cakes back into the box. Okay guys, a bit extra, but I've actually just brought my ring light down because the lighting over where my cooker is really bad. And obviously I want you to be able to kind of see what I'm doing. I'm not a chef by any means, but we've got a lot of veggies, so let's use them. Okay, my food bin is currently soaking because I like to leave it to soak for an hour or so every time I empty it. So I'm just gonna get a little food bag ready for any of the extras. And this will make me cry, this part, because I absolutely hate doing onions. So I am going to start off by sauteing some onions and garlic. And we're just using the veggies that we want, and it's a bit annoying because I thought I had... No, I knew I'd run out of black pepper, and I meant to get some when I went out earlier, and I didn't. I hate doing onions. I legit just prefer to buy the already diced ones because my eyes are so sensitive, and I do really cry when cutting onions, and also it just makes everything stink for ages, doesn't it? It's the same with like garlic and stuff. But we're lucky enough to have had these lovely farm onions today. So, how is everybody? I have washed my hands, by the way. Everything's been good here. I've just been really busy with work, as always. I haven't been filming much recently just because I've just been so unmotivated, guys. I'll be honest with you, like, it's just the type of person that I am. Like, I go through phases, and the thing is when I'm unmotivated, like some people might say, oh, you just need to push yourself and just do it. But when you're unmotivated, it's really difficult. Well, for me anyway, and like my housemate would say to me, if this is the time to push yourself to do it, because she's definitely that type of person. Like, she's quite like fitness orientated and stuff, and that's brilliant for her mindset, but not me. If I filmed a video, or I have done it as well in the past, where I'm not in the mood to do it, it comes across really bad. And I don't want you guys to have to sit and watch shitty content. And I know there's lots of you that are so kind and will say, oh, we'll watch anything, but I still want to make like good content and not... No. Oh, it's close. Pepper's nearly ate a onion. Anyway, I know myself, and I'll get back to normal soon enough. I just need to listen to what's right for me, and for me personally, it's not good to force myself to do something that I mentally and emotionally don't feel in the right place to do. But yeah, so what's new? Well, I've had a few dates, and I know you guys love hearing about that stuff, so I can fill you in on those whilst we're cooking if you like. So this year I've had 3 dates. Well, that's a bit of a lie. I've had 2 dates this year, but I did have 1 date at the end of December, so we can include that one. So maybe let's start there. I've never done a cooking video. You can't even see what I'm doing, can you? I'm just roughly chopping these onions up. And I can't believe that my eyes aren't crying, actually. So yeah, so my first one in December, it was just before Christmas, so the end of last year. He was a nice enough guy. He was lovely and tall, about 6'4". So anyway, the first guy, he was just a bit awkward. Like, he was lovely and tall, good looking guy. but just had like no banter, absolutely no banter about him. How do you know when garlic's like too old? So we just went to a pub local to me. Yeah, I tried to like crack jokes and stuff. He wasn't getting any of them, and he was very literal. Like when I made a joke, because he was so literal, he'd be like, oh no, that's not how X, Y and Z is. And I need someone that's fun and has got banter about them, and that definitely wasn't him. So he wasn't for me. And yeah, he had not long come out of a very long relationship in which he had a son, which I accept that people my age may have children, that's honestly not a problem. But they haven't even been split up a year. They've been together a long time, like since they were teenagers, and you could tell there was a lot of anger and resentment there. I don't want to get involved in any of that. Like, you know, you want to be in a place where people are past that and they're in a good place before they start dating you, and I just could tell that that was not where he was. So yeah, he wasn't for me. Next up, I had a date with a guy who, it was in January, and he was a little bit older. He was 46, and so he has his own business like local to where I live. So we ended up just we were going to go for a dog walk, and the weather was really, really bad. So we ended up just meeting at Starbucks for a coffee. So we met up at this Starbucks, and it was like about, I think we met at about 11:30 in the morning. And we were getting along well, I thought, and I was chatting away, and then I hear, oh, shut the fuck up, Rose, you're boring. And I looked round and my brother was standing there, giving me full support as always. So that was embarrassing, and at that moment, although I knew what this guy's name was, I went blank. You know, at the point where you have to introduce someone. Peggy! Peggy! Okay, I'm just going to start getting all the veggies ready, and I'm not going to peel the potatoes, I've just washed them, and I'm just going to leave the skin on because I think that's quite nice, personally. So yeah, so we were at this Starbucks for quite some time. I'd say it was probably about a couple of hours later, so about 1:30, 1 o'clock. He asks me what I'm doing with the rest of the day, and I said, oh, not a lot. And he asked me if I wanted to do something with him, and we were having a great time. And also, I forgot to mention, but before this, we had spoken on the phone a couple of times, and each call ended up being like 4 hours long. So we had a lot to talk about, and we got along really, really well. He was very good looking guy, not as tall as I'd like, but regardless, very handsome, and we were getting along well. So we ended up, he had like this truck, and we ended up almost like an American style truck, and we ended up he drove us into London. So he was like, oh, we'll take your car back to your house and then we'll go somewhere and do something. So I was like, okay, cool. So we did that, and I got in the car and I didn't know where we were going, and he said, oh, I think we'll just go into London. So I was like, okay, great. So he drove us into London, and on the way there we're chatting away loads. The chat was just non-stop, and then we go to London and we went to Borough Market. So like we wandered around the market, and I hadn't been there in years, so it was really nice to do. And he was like telling me a lot about how he really liked going there, and he used to go there a lot growing up, and we were actually being really open, like a lot more so than I usually would on a first date. The conversation was really open. Okay, so I'd say those onions are done enough, so I'm going to transfer them into this big old pan. Now this is not a recipe, guys, I'm making this up as we go along, so I am going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes in there. I know we have some tomatoes, but I'll still chuck some in there. I really thought I had some vegetable stock cubes, but I've only got beef. Be alright, wouldn't it? I think it'll be alright. Okay, so we're going to chuck in these potatoes. Oh, there goes one on the floor. That happens. So we were walking around Borough Market and then he said, do you want to get some food? So I was like, sure, cool. So we get some food. It's like late afternoon, early evening now. So we had some went to this little cool burger place and we had like a burger. And again, we've non-stop chatted. We've been quite open with each other, quite honest, which is really nice and refreshing. And yeah, we were just having a really nice time. Then once we finished having some dinner, we walked around London some more, and then we headed back. Got to my house at about 11-ish, and we were just chatting in the car for ages. And in the end, I said, oh, did you want to come in? And nothing happened before you ask. I'm a good girl. But I made us a cup of tea and we ended up just chatting on the couch till 3 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, so we've been together for a long ass time. At which point I was like, you need to go because it's getting late. And yeah, so he ended up going. But before he went, he asked if I would like to see him again. And I said, well, look, we've had such a nice time. It would be silly not to. So we agreed, and he said, what about, and he, right there and then he set up another date. So he was like, what about Thursday? We can go to the, like, Everyman Cinema if you like. We can get like some like pizza in there and sit and watch a film. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool, that sounds cool. So we arranged to do that. The next morning, or the next day, he texted me and was like, how are you feeling? I feel like, I think because it was such a long day, he said like he felt like hungover. We didn't drink though. And I was like, yeah, I'm like pretty like tired too, because it had been a long day the day before. And I think a lot of talking as well, and a lot of listening, and you know, more so than what you normally would. And that was a long time to like spend with someone you'd never met before. But we had a lovely time. So yeah, he like the next day confirmed Thursday again, and then we were chatting and like texted like most of the day, we were laughing and whatnot. And also his dog had just had puppies, so like he was sending me a lot of pictures of the puppies and like updating and me on it and like what he was having to like do to like help look after them and stuff. So like we would talk a lot about that. And then so that was, it was a Sunday we went out, so that was a Monday. And then from the Tuesday onwards, I didn't hear from him again. Shock. Because this is what happened. So I ended up texting him on the Thursday night saying, I take it our planned date is no longer happening. But then I just sort of said like, it was really nice to meet you. And thank you for like a refreshing date. But I had a really nice time. And I wish you all the best sort of thing. And then he replied back saying, like, monkey eye emoji, I think, or something like that, saying something along the lines of, yeah, Rosie, I had a really great time too, but I don't want to mess you about, like, you're a great girl, and I wish you all the best. And that was it. So I had no explanation as to why he made a date with me and didn't want to see me again. But honestly, I'm just used to that kind of shit by now. And then, just over a week ago, I had another date with someone who was really nice, very tall, very handsome. And we went to like a place near him, so it took me about 45 minutes to get there because he lived like sort of near Heathrow and I'm sort of near Gatwick, for anyone that sort of knows UK airports. So I think I'm only going to put half of this turnip in because I don't know if I really like them. So yeah, the next one was really nice, and he's very, very handsome. And we went to this really nice like shisha restaurant and we had some food. But there wasn't, I don't know, like we had lots of chat, like the chat didn't stop, we chatted the whole time again, but I just don't think there was like any spark. Like I thought he was very good looking, but there wasn't like any flirting or anything like that. And I want to have all of that, you know, you want to feel like someone feels that way about you. But yeah, we were very, like, I think he was a like-minded person. Like, he had sort of similar, like, morals and thoughts about things as me. But there just wasn't that spark there, and I think it doesn't matter how much you get along with someone. Anyway, the next day I thought it was really nice. Oh no, yeah, it was the next day. So I got home, and he texted me, which I really liked, like a debrief of the night, and I actually really liked that. So he was like, debrief from my end, and basically he'd been with like his ex-girlfriend, this is always the way, for like 9 years. And I think he'd been out of that relationship for like 1.5 years, and I just don't think he wanted like the same things as me. But also there just wasn't that sexual chemistry there. And we both sort of said that. But he debriefed on our date, and I actually really liked that. He said some really lovely things. I say lovely things, like he was very complimentary. And he did say, like, I'd like to see you again, but only if you sort of understand that I don't know if I want a serious relationship, and if you are looking for something a little bit more serious, I wouldn't want to waste your time. However, if you are like looking for something maybe a little bit more less serious, then I'd love to go out again, and you let me know and I'll start planning. Which I thought was really nice honesty, and I went back and said, like, I really appreciate that, that's really refreshing. However, after being single for 4 years, I am looking for something a little bit more serious, and I wouldn't want to waste my time. And I know, like, I could go and have fun and stuff, but that's just not where my headspace is. Like, I just don't want to, because I have been single for coming up to 4 years now, as I said. I really want to, like, invest any time romantically into someone that I can potentially see myself building something with, and that's just where I am as an individual, and he completely understood that. And again, like I say, was very complimentary. So that was that. That's my dating update. I love parsnips, so I'm going to put all of these in. So yeah, just same old shit. I never get past the second date. I never get past the second date. And then, like, after each time, because obviously before you meet someone, you spend a few days of like chatting to them and, you know, telling them all about like you, and hearing all about them, and like you're learning all about each other. And then it feels like then when it doesn't go anywhere else, you're like, oh, you know, like, I just have not got the energy to go all through that stage with someone all over again, like the getting to know you stage, because I've got that other person still fresh, like all their information just that I've just learned all fresh in my mind, if that makes sense. And I just find it really difficult, because I really like someone that's like full of banter and wants to like have like banter with someone. Anyway, it's fine, what's meant to be will be. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I'm going to put the broccoli in later because it will go all mushy. But yeah, so we have peppers, onions, garlic, half a turnip, 3 parsnips, 3.5 carrots. I've just put 2 beef jelly stocks in there because I still want it to have like quite a rich flavour, and I would have used vegetable stock if I had them, but I didn't. I put some salt in, and I put some medium heat chili things in there, just because I've got no pepper. And I think I might put a little bit of Worcestershire sauce in. I was thinking Marmite, but what else have I got? Rosemary, no. This cupboard needs sorting out. So many people it's going to bother. Chinese 5 spice. Maybe I'll put some mixed herbs in. Why not? And a little bit of Lea & Perrins. One of my American audience asked me what like Worcestershire sauce is, Lea & Perrins. Oh, I don't know, how do you explain it, guys? It's banging on cheese and toast, but it's also good in cooking. It has no explanation of what it is. It's just a banging sauce that's good in so many things. And especially very, very good on cheese on toast. Right, so mixed herbs, because why the F not? This is proper how I cook. I just chuck everything in. And I was thinking about like maybe getting some chicken or whatever, but actually I don't really like chicken. I don't really like meat. I eat it, but I'm not bothered about it. So I just thought, well, there's no point. So I'm going to chuck a load of Lea & Perrins in. Because again, I haven't got any pepper. Not that it is peppery, but it's just going to give that flavour. And I'm just going to leave that. And I'll come back and check it in a bit. I don't want to make it too watery because I want it as a chunky soup. I actually thought I had some Stilton in the fridge, and I thought, oh, I might make some broccoli and Stilton soup, but I don't. So I'm going to put the broccoli in later, I think. So I'm just going to leave that for a few hours now. Okay, so my soup is pretty much done. I've buttered some bread, which I warmed up slightly in the air fryer. Here's the soup. It's maybe a little bit mushy in some areas, but honestly, I don't mind. This is going to last me ages, and I'm going to have some now because it smells really good, and I do really need some veggies in my life. So I don't have a ladle anymore. So this big spoon will do. Okay, here for the taste test. Sorry the lighting's so bad in here, guys. Got to fluff it. Guys, that was really good. Quite a bit of a kick to it from where I put the chilli in. Doesn't taste beefy from the stock. That's really yummy. So I'm gonna go and sit and eat this. But thank you so much for cooking with me, guys. Let me know where your favourite places to get Too Good To Go boxes from if you do get them. And if you don't, are you gonna consider it as well? I love this. If I see it again from that shop, I definitely get it, especially like on a Sunday today where I can make something so nice and hearty and fresh, and I've got vegetables and now I've got lunch for the rest of the week. So yeah, I'm proper buzzed with that. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. Can't wait to hear all your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, all that good stuff. And as always, I look forward to the next one. Thanks, guys. Bye.